This video will give you 5 considerations if you are planning a wedding during a festival weekend. There are 5 things to think about if you're planning to have your wedding during French Quarter Fest or Jazz Fest, Mardi Gras, or any other busy festival or parade weekend in New Orleans. So the first consideration is lodging. Hotels and Airbnbs, they're gonna be more expensive and often have a 2 to 3 night minimum. So book early, that can help, and book outside the French Quarter. But it's likely guests are gonna wanna be part of the action. So even if you offer something off the beaten path, also offer a hotel in the middle of all the action. You know, wedding blocks are gonna be harder to come by. And so that brings me to the second consideration, which is to send your save the dates early and give guests a heads up about the hotel availability. That will give your guests the best chance at booking lower priced airfare and lodging. If the festival was moved to your weekend after you already sent the save the dates, send your guests an email or a text to give them a heads up about the festival dates as soon as you can. The third thing is to book your rehearsal dinner or your welcome reception early. Restaurants are more crowded, so you may have an easier time in a private dining room rather than trying to buy out a local restaurant. The fourth thing is to book your band early. Clubs and bars book bands to keep the music going all night during these festivals, which makes bands less available and more expensive for your date. And the fifth consideration is to think about how your guests are going to get from the hotel to the venue and back. Check to see if street closures or parade routes or traffic might affect your travel. If you already booked your venue and you believe that those things are going to affect the travel, consider hiring a police escort for longer routes or pedicabs for shorter routes. And ride sharing costs are also a little higher because of the high demand. So if you can find lodging within walking distance to your venue, that's a major win. Or you can hire transportation. They're gonna still battle traffic and street closures, but you can increase your travel time that you allot on your wedding day to accommodate that. If you're local, think about where your guests are gonna park and how much they're gonna have to pay for the parking. You might be able to get a permit for the street or hire a valet or offer transportation from the ceremony to the reception and back. Either way, communicate with your guests about what's available. If you already booked your wedding and then a festival moved to that weekend, embrace the fun of it. Your guests are gonna get the added benefit of being part of a festival in addition to attending the wedding. Plus, festival weekends are usually great weather, so live that up too. Every wedding faces obstacles in planning, so just do your best to take this with stride. If you're not booked yet, but you're considering one of these weekends, do so with these considerations in mind. If you haven't already, check out our series where we interview New Orleans wedding photographers. Thank you so much for watching and happy wedding planning.